These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Do you believe what we are seeing? Punch, counter punch. Good defense there on the left uppercut. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Both men step back for just a moment. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. How about that time counter shot? Not sure if I'd be taunting right now. Well, I guess he's decided he's going to taunt his opponent now. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need... What do we expect to see here in round two? It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations you've just been hurt. You've got to go out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's gonna pop you off.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
To beat a counterpuncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
Nice counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. A little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
You'd like to see more jabs. Should we be surprised if these two fighters go the distance? Oh, right there! Crawford's legs are all over the place. Down goes Crawford. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
That's lights out right there. One, two, three, four. Here we go.
Talk about Crawford in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
Get that jab back. Just box him.
And there's the bell to start round three. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They've staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
A perfect counter lands. a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Well done with that counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
That punch lands. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Beautiful counter punch. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Every time, very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Crawford in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Every second.
And there's the bell to start round 4. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Counter shot lands. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
This can be so...
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Crawford in trouble. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So
I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
where did that come from? What a shot.
One, two, three, four, five. When you continue.
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Good counter punching. Not a lot. Hold it right there. Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. And down goes Jones Jr. Let's see that again.
A shot from the gods took him out.
One, two, three, four, five.
Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Is there any way back into this fight after the beating he has taken? There's the bell to start round 5. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Straight right just misses. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket him.
They exchange punches. They are giving us a high-tempo show. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing up and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special.
Come on, you've let him back in the fight.
On to the 6th round. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Good defense there to stop that hook. That one will count. He misses with that jab. Those counter punches have to hurt. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have to...
Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory.